Hi guys, Will here from WB Trading and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the free content that I share with the trading community here on YouTube. So we're going to cover 3 ways in which you can boost your profitability as a trader today, or that of any trading strategy. So these are all techniques that I've implemented within my own trading over the years that had led to some really brilliant results, really positive results. So my money is where my mouth is here. This isn't theory, it's stuff I've physically used myself. And I also tend to find myself recommending at least 1 or 2 of these things to clients that I mentor to. And again, many of them have really benefited from the suggestions. So I wanted to get them out to more people to hopefully help other people to do the same and increase their performance, increase their profitability and so on. And I'm also trying to fit this video in before I get ill. I think I'm about to come down with a cold, so I just want to get this done really quickly before that actually kicks in. Before we dive in though, I just wanted to ask those of you who are here with me today, what are you struggling with within your trading? So what do you find difficult, or what throws you off, or what's holding you back? Pause this video for a quick second and let me know in the comments section below the video. Again, what, if anything, is stopping you from being the best trader that you can be? Or if you're still losing money, why would you say this is? What are you finding challenging? What's standing in your way, if anything? It'd be really great to hear from you all, and I might even be able to make you a video as a helping hand too. So again, pause the video right now, just for a second, head down to the comments section below the video and let me know. That aside though, let's dive into today's video with number 1. Add to your winning trades. So this is something that's really helped me improve one of my strategies in the past, namely my D1 swing strategy. And when those large wins do come along, adding to them just really amplifies profitability, and it can turn, let's say, a 7-hour trade into a 15-hour trade, into a 20-hour trade or above, if done correctly. So it's something that I wanted to suggest based on the impact that it's had for me and for other traders that I've worked with in the past too. Now, you can do this in a few different ways when it comes to adding to trades. So one way would be to add to a position based around discretion. So for example, when you're able to identify, let's say, a pullback and you're long the market, you've bought the market, you might add in then, and you could perhaps move your initial position to break even, re-add your risk, meaning that if you were risking, let's say, 1%, you might take that off the table and then re-add it into the trade by opening that second long position, and so on, as the trade moves in your favor. So that's one idea to test and look into. Another way to add to a position might be to add mechanically and simply place an order to buy more every 2R or every 3R that you're up, as an example. Now, personally, I've found this to work best because, as we all know, discretion can be seriously destructive because it's based around pretty much just guessing, isn't it? Which always means something goes wrong somewhere. And so by simply using an order that's placed every, let's say, 2R that you're up, this is much more trackable. It removes the need to constantly monitor price and await that pullback that, as we all know, might never come. It stops you missing the pullback when it does eventually come along, and so on and so forth. Another way to add to a position might be using a moving average as another idea, and then adding every time it's touched. And it's a little bit more subjective, and it works for some and not for others, but it's definitely worth looking into. So as an example, and this will depend on strategy and on time frame that you trade and so on, but you might try out adding in using a 20 period or a 50 period or even a 100 period moving average, for example. Or you could even say to yourself, look, if price stays below X moving average and carries on displaying momentum, I'll then add in, or something along those lines. Again, there's a lot to think about and there's a lot to test and look into here, but when you find something that works for you and increases your profitability, believe me, you won't regret putting in the hard work that got you there. That's for sure. And by the way, just very quickly, if you are learning something here today and you are enjoying the video, it'd be really great if you take just a quick second to hit that thumbs up button for me, that like button. You won't need to pause the video or anything. Just exit full screen. If you're watching in full screen, tap that thumbs up button, and I'd really appreciate that, as it helps to show the video to more people, and that'll mean I can help more people. So again, that'd really help me if that's okay with you. So let's move on to number 2, varying risk by strategy. So this is a tip that so many traders don't think about, but let's look at it like this. Okay, so let's say you trade 2 strategies. For example, one might be a hands-off swing strategy. The other is an edge that you trade every day or multiple times per day. And you know that you make more money via the edge that you trade every day. Okay. Now, you might be risking 1% per trade, which is fine. But if one strategy is making you more and the other strategy is making you less over the long term, why are you risking the same on each strategy, right? Again, this is a slightly more advanced thing to think about, but why not consider pushing risk slightly on the day edge to perhaps, another 0.25% or 0.5%, and just trialing this for a quarter. Observe the results. It's this kind of thing that can add those percentage points to the bottom line each year. So it's definitely worth thinking about. Next, and the last point that we'll discuss for the video today, number 3, use performance metrics to your advantage. And to give you a couple of examples that we can discuss here, these might be, for example, your average win or your average hold time. So let's start by examining average win. So next time you have some spare time, and Saturdays are great for this, I find, if you have them free, sit down and comb back through your last, let's say, 50 trades. If you're doing things right, this shouldn't be too hard because you'll already have them logged in your trade record. And with that data to hand, calculate your average win. And then with this, take that data set and ask the question, what would the outcome have been if I closed every trade at the average win rather than perhaps placing a target? So you might find that by knowing your average win and batting for this using it as a static target, this boosts profitability. So that's one example of using the metric to up your game as a trader. You might find that actually removing the targets and again just using that average win completely changes the strategy. So this can be a really powerful metric, a really powerful thing to actually look at. And again, go away, build the data, and just see how it looks. And if it looks like it might work, again, you could trial that just for a quarter, and again, observe the outcome. If we then move on to looking at average hold time, this is of course similar to average win, but this metric can help you close out trades that may otherwise go on to be closed at a loss. And the ability to use this metric to just do things like reduce those losses very slightly will of course massively benefit your bottom line long term. Again, these are slightly more advanced metrics, but yeah, if you need a hand with anything here, if anything doesn't make sense, drop me a comment below the video and I'm more than happy to help. Again, let me know your thoughts on the suggestions that I've made here, guys. It'd be great to hear from you in the comments section, and let me know if any of this helps, if perhaps you've looked at any of this in the past. And again, if you need my help with anything, just ask, and yeah, it'd be a pleasure to help. Anyway, hopefully that helps and the video's added value for you all. Again, I'd really appreciate if you take just a second to hit that thumbs up button for me and drop me a comment if you would. But that aside, I'll leave it there for today. And as always, trade with Edge, with consistency, and I look forward to having you back here on the channel soon. Thanks, guys.